Okay, so we're here for our video teach first clarinet lesson. And first things first, we're going to start off with posture. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to show you a concept. This is going to be called stand to sit, which means we're going to sit down as if we're maintaining our body from the waist up, like we're still standing up. So no, just watch me first. So I'm going to put the back of my legs against the front of the chair. I'm going to maintain contact with them. And I'm going to sit down in a straight line. I'm not going to bend my back at all. I'm not going to bend at the waist. I'm just going to sit down, maintaining that posture, that straight line from the ground up all the way through the head, connecting the shoulders and the hips.
Okay.
Okay. And when we get there, our feet are flat on the ground. So let's try that. You stand up with me. Okay. So let's feel the front of our chair with the back of our legs. And we're going to go straight down. And this is going to help if we imagine something. So we're going to imagine that we're on an elevator, just going straight down. So let's press our button together. Boop. And go down, straight down. Cool. Now let's have our feet flat on the floor. Cool. Do you feel comfortable right now?
Yeah.
Cool. You're not supposed to feel any tension. It's supposed to be nice and relaxed. Our bodies are supposed to be soft, not loose, but just soft in a natural state. So our head is going to feel the sensation that we're being pulled by a string at the top of our head, like our head is floating on our neck. So just kind of rock your head around and feel where it most comfortably sits, and that's going to be your proper posture, okay? Good. We don't want our shoulders tense, everything's good. Do you feel good, relaxed?
Yes.
And your posture is nice and straight? Awesome, let's just do it one more time. Okay, so feel the front of our legs, front of the chair with our legs, boop, boop. Elevator, go down. Cool, roll our head around, find that nice comfortable position. Awesome, feel good?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do a little bit of breathing. Now breathing is going to be very, very important because we're playing a wind instrument. So to warm us up for breathing, let's just do some in and out. Just in through our nose, out through our nose. Just some nice, easy breaths. Don't think too hard about it. Just breathe. So we're going to do 3 sets of 4 counts. Ready? 1. That's going to go in for 4 and out for 4, okay?
Yes.
Ready? 1, 2, ready, breathe. Out. Again. Out. One last time. Out. Cool. That's just to get us warmed up. Now we're going to take some nice deep proper breaths as if we're going to be playing an instrument. So we're going to take the air in through our mouths all the way down, and I want you to imagine that we're taking the air in, not just into our body, but all the way down into the chair, into the floor, to the center of the earth if you want to, if that helps you picture taking in the air. We want to have our throats nice and open, taken. We don't want to, you know, like if you think about a cartoon and people blow out like birthday candles, they're like, and that's not really how like people breathe, you know that. So we're going to take nice deep breaths, same thing, 3 sets of 4 in and 4 out. In our mouths and out in our mouths. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Again. And out. Awesome. Feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well then, so now that we got the breathing and our posture, we're gonna now focus on our instrument. Okay, so before we look at the instrument, here's our case down on the ground. That's where its starting position is, on the ground in front of you. Now we want it to be the proper way. As you can see, this side does not have anything. On this side, you can see the Yamaha logo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we want your case to be, with the logo facing up. Also, these latches, we want the little hook part up at the top. So your latch is facing up. Logo facing up, latches facing up, okay? Now I want you to slowly undo the latches. Put 2 fingers on either side of the lid and slowly open it. And there is your clarinet. Beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna go over the instrument parts first before we get to any playing or putting it together. This is the bell of the clarinet. Much like our brass instruments, this is the bell. It looks like a bell. It's where the sound comes out, or where the bottom of the instrument would be. Furthest away from the mouthpiece. Going up from the bell, this is the lower joint. It's big, has a cork on the end of it here that goes into the bell, and a receiver to receive the cork of the upper joint. They would fit in together like this. Okay?
Okay.
So put that down. This is the upper joint. This is the cork that goes into the lower joint, and then here is the upper joint. This one has, also to separate it from the lower joint, this has keys on both the front and the back.
Okay.
And then this has a cork on the top that will fit into our barrel. It's called a barrel because it really just looks like a barrel. There's nothing special about it. It has two receivers, one to go into the upper joint, and then the next that will go into our mouthpiece. The mouthpiece fits into the barrel just like that. And on the mouthpiece is our ligature. This is what holds the reed on our mouthpiece. Fun little thing about the ligature, the stems of the ligature will always face to the right.
Okay.
Always. So, told you some of the parts, so I'm just going to pick up random parts and I want you to name them, okay?
Okay.
Cool. So this one is the
barrel.
Barrel. Cool. This is the
bell.
Okay. This is the
upper joint.
Upper joint, thank you. This is the
mouthpiece.
And this part of the mouthpiece is the
ligature.
The ligature. And last but not least, this is the
lower joint.
Cool. Awesome. So those are all the basic parts of the instrument. Now that we did that, we're going to go into some embouchure basics. So, our clarinet embouchure is different than how we play horn because something goes in our mouths, not on our mouths. So, first things first, I want you to, excuse me, my throat's dry. I want you to take your lower jaw, take your lower lip, and pull that over your teeth like a bed sheet. Not too much, we don't want eye or anything like that. We still want to see some of the fleshy color of your lips. I just roll it over and feel that. Yeah. So look at me. Yeah, it's not too much, not too little. Yours looks good. Try not to get your tongue in the way. Don't try have your tongue not pushing on your lips. Get your tongue out of the way. It's gonna be there later, but not right now. Hey, yours looks good. Okay. And give me a thumbs up with, let's do your right hand. And I want you to lay the nail of your thumb on top of that lip. So this is your sheet, this is your bed, this is your pillow. Put your pillow on your sheet. You can go in, yeah. Try that. And roll it over and feel your teeth under your lips. Don't do it till it hurts, but just go over and feel it. Cool. And have it 50-50, straight in the middle of your mouth. Cool, okay. And now clamp down your top teeth on top of your thumb. Down. Not so much that it hurts, just feel it. Okay, now rush it there. Cool, let's do that from that point. Let's go up to that point. So, let's pull our sheet over our bed. Let's put our pillow on our sheet. Feel it a little bit. Find that nice sweet spot and clamp down. Cool. Now, you can take that out. Now say the syllable E.
E.
And say the syllable U.
U.
Okay, those are two things. When we say E, that's how our tongue is in our mouth. E. When we say oo, that's how our lips are going to be around our thumb. That's how they're energized when we do that. It'll make sense when we put it together. So from the top, let's put our sheet, pillow, clamp down, say E.
E.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. I want you to close your lips around your thumb. Feel you're energized. Not too tight, and this doesn't have anything to do with your jaw. It's just your lips floating around and making that seal. So, cool. All right, that looks good. So let's take it out from the top. Do it again. So pull your sheet over, put your pillow on, clamp down. Ew.
Ew.
Energize those lips. Cool. All right. That's the basics of your embouchure right there. So let's get into a little bit of, and while we put that together, actually, here's your brand new reed. Take that out. Okay, so hold the reed in your left hand. I'll take that. Face it the other way. Cool. Slowly and carefully take that reed out of the plastic. Let's inspect it for any kind of chips or breaks. It's good. All right, just put it in your mouth. Get nice and saliva. We need to get that reed wet. So I can take that. Just keep it in there. Careful it doesn't touch your teeth. So I want you to go down and carefully grab the barrel and the mouthpiece. All right, let's take the ligature off. I'll put that over here. Keep it in there. Okay, so now the barrel's conical. It does have a smaller opening and a larger opening. The mouthpiece fits into the smaller opening, so I want you to take it, put the cork in, and slowly rotate it until it turns in. There. Okay. Cool. It's together. So I'm gonna keep your reed in there just a bit longer, but we're gonna get the ligature on. So here, take the ligature. The ligature is conical too. You can see that it has a smaller opening and a larger opening. You can also tell because it says USA right here. When it says USA and you can properly read it, it's not upside down. That's the right way it should go. So that's gonna go on. And what side do the stems of the ligature go on? The right side. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I say we're about ready to take out that reed. Okay, so when the reed goes on, you see the letters and the writing right here? That's going to face away from you, always. Right. So we're going to make sure these are undone all the way. So we're going to gently slip that reed under the ligature. Careful not to touch the sensitive part of the wood, just the lower part. Yeah, just lower it in. And you see this fine line right here, where it separates like the softer part of the wood and then the harder part of the wood. You want the ligature below that line. So yeah, about there. That's fine. So just tighten it up, and we'll see what you did, how you did. So when you tighten up the ligature and you have your reed on, you want it to be so that you could see the reed just a little bit on both sides. When you flip it over, and I'll demonstrate that. I'll show you once you get that nice and tight. Not overly tight, not too loose. Okay, that's fine. So, wow, you actually did really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so obviously you can clearly see the reed. You can't see, depending on the angle, you can kind of see the little bit of black, right? And from here, you could barely just see the reed over that, right? Okay, that's great. That's what you want right there. I don't want to take this apart and demonstrate you like a bad reed just because of how well you set it up, but just know if it's too high, you'll be able to see way too much of it right here on this side looking at it.
Okay.
And if it's too little, if it's on too low, you'll be able to see way too much black on this side when you're looking at it. Okay, so yeah, let's just make sure this is nice and tight. Cool. All right. I'm very happy that you set that up. That's a great job. It might not happen next time, but who knows? Yeah, be proud. So now we're gonna pretend like the mouthpiece is our thumb, and we're gonna try to set up our embouchure. So let's take our steps. That's the sheet. Okay, now this is your pillow. Lay that onto your lip. Good. Now we don't want too much, we don't want too little. This is just a kind of a process of elimination here. So click down on the mouthpiece with your top teeth. Actually looks pretty good so far. And we don't want too angled this way, we don't want too angled this way. Kind of a nice, have it pointed like down towards your knees. Don't look, keep your face looking up, angle it down. Okay, now say ew, energize those lips. Okay, so the note that should come out is a sharp F sharp. So this note, that note, just a little bit on the high side is what should come out. If it doesn't, we can fix it. So I want you to just take a nice deep breath like we were doing and blow. We're gonna blow take in breath for 4 counts and blow for 4 counts. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, breathe. 1, 2, 3, blow. Awesome. So that shows us that you did everything correctly. So you blew nice strong air. You had your embouchure set correctly. You didn't move. That's an important part that we didn't go over. I was going to address that if you did it, but you didn't move around. Some people tend to... Cool. So you did that. Let's do that a few times. So we're going to blow for a couple times. So yeah, do sheet, on, click, you. Make sure on this side. Let's see on this side. Okay, so let's run it 4 times. So you don't have to breathe for any specific times, but we're going to do a whole rest in between each time you do 4 counts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you 4 for nothing. Come in and play a whole note, okay? Mm-hmm. And we're going to do that 4 times. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay. Okay, no, that's okay. So I saw you moved a little bit.
Okay.
When you made that initial sound, you kind of... That's a natural reaction. You're trying to fix it. So let's reset it. And I think you also had too much mouthpiece in.
Yeah.
So let's reset nice and easy. Click your teeth. And remember, you don't want too much jaw pressure. So let's try that again. I'll give you 4 for nothing. Come in on whole notes. We'll try it for 4 times. We'll stop if necessary. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, ready, go. Last 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome, you're doing so good.
Thank you.
I'm happy. Okay. So did that feel better than the first time? You felt like you were still...
I felt like I was getting a bit used to how it should feel.
Yeah. And as I gave you 4 longer ones because I wanted to see like if you would increase jaw pressure, if you got tense. That's good, but you kept a very consistent tone. That was good. Mm-hmm. We're using our nice tuner for my recording device right now, but it sounds on the high side. It sounds a bit higher than this. So I think you're in the right range. We don't want it too high because you're in the right range. I could tell you it's about 15 to 20 cents sharp is what we want. Okay. Yeah. If it's right in tune with enough sharp, you're too flat. So that was great. So let's do that one more time, and then we'll review everything from the top. And that will be our lesson because you're doing so amazing. So let's do, like I said, we're going to do this one more time. So what we just did, 4 sets in a row, let's do that. And again, I don't want you to focus on any kind of articulation, just blow like you were. You're doing amazing. So sheet in, click down, I seal. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and play. Keep going. I want more consistent air this time. Ready, go. Better. 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go. Beautiful. Awesome. Good. And you fixed it right away, the more consistent air. Did you hear how it was kind of like, yeah? Yep. That's a very common problem. Good for fixing it. So, I'm very pleased. Let's just kind of review from the very beginning what we did. Let's... One more time. That's before we put these away. What is this called?
The lower joint.
The lower joint. Good. And why is this one the lower joint? Any specific characteristics I told you?
It doesn't have any keys on the back.
Yeah, it doesn't. Right.
And also has the thumb.
Yeah, it has the thumb rest. I didn't tell you that, but good. Good observation.
Yeah.
Good observation.
And it has that on the bottom.
Cork on the bottom, right?
The receiver on the top.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. What is this guy called?
The upper joint.
And what are some characteristics of the upper joint that I gave you?
It has cork on both the top and the bottom, and it has keys on the back.
Keys on the back and the front, yeah. As well as the front, you're right.
Yes.
And this is called the...
bell.
The bell, awesome. So, and the top part of this combo is called the
mouthpiece.
And this lower part is called the
barrel.
Awesome. And what the piece of wood that we have in there is the
reed.
And it's attached with the
ligature.
And what side do the stems go on the ligature?
To the right.
Awesome. Okay. So let's have you play one more time. The same thing. 4 sets of whole notes, and then I think we're good to go. So let's sheet. Okay, let me take. I didn't see. Okay, so let's just relax everything. Okay. So pull the sheet. Place the mouthpiece in. Click your top teeth. And you're taking in a consistently good amount of mouthpiece. The tone is good. Okay, so ready, same thing. Whole notes. I'll give you 4 for nothing, and you're in. 1, 2, ready, go. Good start. Let's keep the air consistent. Go. You hear the waves? 2, ready. One more time. Go. Okay, this is the last one. I made a mistake. And go. That was your best one, right there.
Thank you.
That was your best one. No waves, nothing. So the mouthpiece, just for experimental sake, I want you to take in 2 little mouthpiece. So form a sheet. I don't want to. I'm sorry. Okay, to go. You.
Ew.
Okay, now just play a whole note. 1, 2, ready, go. And then I don't want to
play a whole note.
Yeah, I don't want to put you in the wrong direction. But I just want to show you that's what happens. You'll know when you don't have it. You're taking in a really good amount of mouthpiece, and I didn't even have to correct it. So that's awesome. Okay, so today we learned posture, some breathing, the parts of the clarinet, how to assemble our mouthpiece and barrel, and how to produce our first note, which is a what?
A very sharp. I think it was F sharp.
Yeah. Moderately sharp F sharp.
Moderately
yes,
sharp,
F sharp.
12 to 15 cents.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we're done.
All right.
I'm very happy with your progress.
Awesome. Thank you.